Bill, what's most impressed you about Flory's growth and kind of development to this point in the season?
Well, I think Myron, he's just become better at everything. I don't think it's that he's that much better shooting the basketball, but I think he's a better one-on-one defender. I think he's a better team defender. I think he's a much better passer. I think even though we hadn't really shown him much, he's a better screener. One thing that we can do, we can switch five, which is a big advantage over some teams that play a traditional five-man. So I just think he's just a better player. Didn't get off to a great start today, but he's pretty good down that midway through the first half.
Coach, the Notre Dame coach was just in here and talked about how Bryson Tiller is so dominant in the paint. What did you like that you saw from him today?
Well, I'm glad that he said that because he's also 0 of 5 from 3. So maybe Bryson will listen to Micah more than he'll listen to me. I did think he played well. Notre Dame can put the big guy on you and body you up and knock you off balance, but they're not big at the other big spot. And Floyd was able to use his body and take advantage of that.
How's Jaden doing? What exactly did he hurt?
X-rays are still pending. Apparently he hurt it dunking in warm-ups, so his right wrist. So I bet he's doubtful for the tournament, but I do not know that for a fact. But he went in today and then obviously said he couldn't go. So that was disappointing because we're kind of short-handed right now to begin with.
Coach, what's your message to the team today after a big win and knowing you have multiple games to play in these back-to-back days?
Well, just to get back and get off your feet and rest. We'll worry about school. We'll have a game plan for Syracuse tonight when we meet at 8:30 or 9. But up until then, I want them just to chill and stay off their feet totally.
Bill, what if any updates do you have about Darren Peterson and when he might return?
Well, I'm hopeful soon. He's doing more every day. He's working out here. He's running. He's cutting. He's doing some things that he just got to test out of some things, which we'll test him again when we get back. So, Myron, it's week to week may be too long. It's more of every 3 or 4 days. We'll reevaluate and see where he's at.
Bill, McDowell came in and had the big block, and then he had a three-pointer.
Yeah.
What did you think of his play today and how he's been ready when called upon?
I actually think that Jamari has labored so far, and to see him come in and play that way for us when he hasn't really got significant. I think he played 52 seconds against Duke. Of course, we need it. I'd love to see it. He's a good shooter, and the ball hadn't gone down. He had one go all the way down and come out as well. But I was happy for Mari. I was happy for Marco. It's not that they did unbelievable things, but they did things to help our team win. And I think that they'll both obviously be very important in the next 2 days.
How big were Melvin's threes?
Big. You guys may not know this, but he hadn't shot it great from behind the arc up until today. So, those were both big. And then he was feeling himself a little bit and shot a 21-footer, 25 feet right after that. But I thought Melvin to play 38 minutes, and he did a good job on Burton. But there were so many switches, and then he could go around us. But I think Melvin's doing really well, considering he really didn't have a sidekick back there to take the pressure off of him.
Did Flory, when he came out early, did you challenge him in any way?
Well, I wasn't very happy with him. I thought his first 3 or 4 possessions was bad energy. So, I don't know that I did anything to challenge him, but hopefully he gave himself a do better talk, and he was pretty effective when he got back in there.
Bill, players are announced in partnership with the Big 12. Field's going to expand. How will that affect scheduling going forward with so many quality games in November as a result of this?
You know what, I haven't given it that much thought, Myron. But the reality of it is, you know, for us, you got champions, you got a good home and home, you got a good away, home and home, you got Missouri on a neutral site. To me, after that, this is plenty. You know, have you studied our schedule this year? I mean, wow. And then we're not full strength to play that. That may be too much in one semester when you have so many new guys in November and December. Really an advantage to some older teams. Even last year, if you looked at our team, and we played Duke early out here, our team had the advantage over Duke because they were playing with all freshmen, and we were playing with older guys, and we played lights out great. And then they kept growing, and we hit the wall and didn't. But I think anything more than that is overscheduling at this point in time.
With Trey exiting the game in the first half, were you ever concerned that he wasn't going to come back? How do you think
With
about
Trey?
Yeah, with Trey.
No, there was only like a minute or two left before halftime, wasn't there? So no, I was never concerned. The one thing that I was probably thinking about, I hope it's not a concussion. So that would have been the one thing. But anybody that's been hit on the bridge of their nose knows it bleeds, and his really did. I mean, but that didn't bother me as much.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.